Good morning, welcome to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kones. It's yet another Friday where we are discussing matters to do with student unrest and addiction. And to join me in that conversation is a gentleman who was here some 2 weeks ago. We didn't quite finish it, from the goinghome.com trust, David Ogot. Karibu sana.
Asante. Nice
Glad to have you. You have filled my table here with stuff.
Yes.
Explain yourself.
Drug abuse and arrest. This is newspaper Daily Nation, 27th October 2003. School burnings, rioting students, destroying schools. This is in 2003. So what I'm trying to show, this is nothing new. We have here Kenya's youngest prisoners, 14 years old, 15-year-old delinquents. Who are these?
And this one is from which year?
This is Daily Nation 2013.
2013.
Now, I think I've mentioned on this show before about when I was doing my A-levels, and just before, Mzee died. And they said there'll be a holiday. And I was hoping that this holiday would last so long, the exams would be cancelled, because I wasn't ready for the exams. Who are the people burning schools? My take is it's few guys doing drugs, not ready for exams, want to be sent home. There is something.
I see something here. This one is from 2015. There's an article in the newspaper then said, drugs menace. Why holidays are
exactly. That's the one I was looking for. Yes.
2015.
Yes.
And then talks about substance abuse tends to increase when students take their school break with peddlers devising dubious ways of selling drugs, especially at house parties.
Yes.
I mean, this headline could be placed in
2021
and would still be so accurate.
Same. At the same time, when Mzee died, and I was hoping that there would be no exams. Same reason. Same reason. And there is something, again, connected with that, which is, NACADA will do random drug testing. I think it is heading one of those newspapers. We'll find it. Yeah, here it is. Standard.
Yes.
Schools menace. NACADA will do. Education Ministry and NACADA to start random tests on students. Pages 4 and 5. This is 2014. Now,
that's 2014.
A lot of stuff.
This is 2003.
Yes.
This is about the young and the reckless.
Now, these are young girls.
I'm saying that they're getting younger and younger in the clubs, even 15 years old.
Yes.
In
going
clubs.
Clubbing, where guys buy them booze. They're basically prostituting themselves. Okay? Where guys buy them booze, etc. And then you have seen, let's go to 71. Give me this, please. This is a magazine called Flamingo.
That's 1971.
1971. Mounting concern over drug taking in Nairobi. This 71. Let's talk about depression. Viva, 1980. Because a lot of these things, we're talking about them like they're new things. Just give me that Viva. This is
Viva
1976.
is a magazine that is no longer in existence.
And this is 1976. And it talks about unmarried mothers, a growing population. So a lot of...
And this is
and this is 1976.
I'm looking at 1980, and it says body and soul suffer when you're trapped by the bottle.
By the bottle. So nothing new.
So you brought these papers to make the point that we have a problem that has been a problem all along.
Yes. And we keep coming up with knee-jerk
reactions,
which we don't do. We'll do random testing. We'll do
because right now, by the way,
nothing has happened.
Some people might wonder, why are we talking about students unrest? See, sorry, 3 weeks ago. Or is it a month ago? It's not. it's already escaping people's minds. People are talking about by-elections now and moving on to other things, you know, until an incident happens, and then we are back in the news with the same story. Oh, you know, this thing is getting serious. What do we do about it? Can we call so and so? Can we bring in this body or that body? Can this ministry do this or that?
Yes.
And all along, we are allowing the problem to continue to fester. It's not like because right now we're not hearing banning of schools going on. It's not that our students are safe from addiction and its inherent consequences.
You see, this thing has been growing. Of course, with the increase of technology and so on, it's been growing. So again, we're coming back. Whose responsibility are these students?
Yeah.
Why was there no school banning in our time? Where here I am, so Jomo Kenyatta died, the first president of the republic, and we are praying everyone will be sent home. Because you are banning dormitories, so you're saying let's ban boarding schools. No, I'm not going to go into the debate of boarding and day schools. But whether your child is in a boarding school or a day school, the fact remains most of the time they spend with the teachers. And remember, I asked last time, is teaching just about 1 + 1 = 2, academics? Or what else is a teacher supposed to do? But then let's go back to the teachers. Again, I can bring a slew of papers and magazines from the 70s. Teachers complaining about their pay, you know, everything around the teaching. Because my friend, even me, if right now the landlord in one of our offices had said by lunchtime things will be thrown out, I would not be here. I would be busy trying to do something else to solve the problem.
Yeah.
How do you expect teachers to teach with all the shiddas they have? Yet they have been complaining for years and years. I can bring papers here, as I've said, from the 70s. Same thing is not being addressed. The morality. So we come to why are they banning the schools? Boarding. Because what are they banning? They're banning the dormitories, not the classrooms. Because once you have nowhere to sleep, you have to be sent home. And that's what I want, because I'm not ready for the exams. And then, because of this peer pressure, you are at this age where you are rebelling, adolescents, you are rebelling, you want to conform. Now you are forming new attachments with your peer groups. You want to conform to be members or to join those gangs or groups or peer groups. You have to conform to the group rules or whatever. When you look at some of these magazines, where's a drum possibly behind, you see something to do with skin lightening creams. We still have that problem. And yet these are magazines which are, yes, like that one. These are Viva, but drum magazines, and they're full different products, some which no longer exist. Skin lightening, because what today we call yellow, what has changed? In spite of being told all the issues that these chemicals have, but you want to conform. So again, you find the school has been banned. The other students know who led this thing. In many cases, they even know who banned the school. But because of that mafia-like code of silence, they won't say, but it's also fear, but it's also conforming, peer pressure.
So the place we find ourselves in, much as it's not new, and it seems it's maybe, right now when you look at these headlines, it just looks like it's an income-generating activity, because we have people who write long articles, I don't know whether if these articles are read, you know, and they talk about the problem, they offer possible solutions, and then we just, you know, we skim over it and it's a story. Like this was a story for 2015, but it's a story again. So
is what I'm saying.
You know,
if they even carried out the random testing, for example, you find I'm high or I'm an addict, what happens? I'm expelled. Now, Magoha has come in, Education CS, he's saying don't expel. Very good. He's saying that school girls who have been impregnated to be allowed to come back to school. Very good. Because in my time you were expelled. Bye-bye. Yet the kijana continues with his life happily. Okay? Now, don't expel is well and good. So, what happened to Boston schools? Because this child has a right to education. And this comes back to what is the teacher supposed to teach? Is it only academics? So they're coming up with we need counselors, we need what's doing, curriculum is so full, they're already banning extracurricular activities. And some of these things are very simple. Mzungu alisema, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. The economy we are trying to do, look at other economies. The arts alone, music, films, theater, sports. There's so many things. These are billion-dollar, not shillings, billion-dollar industries. So not every child is going to be a professor or whatever. Good case in my family. It is full of professors and doctors and architects. Me, I have a PhD. Mine is proper heavy drinking. Not everybody is cut out. Yeah, but I sing.
Kila mtu na qualifications zake.
Kila mtu na qualifications zake. Yeah? So part of even the other time somebody was asking, we were talking about my dreadlocks. Hey, shout out again to my Lokshan, Edu, if you are watching. I know you're watching in Kangwari. I go on stage. That is my line. My other brother is an engineer.
Yeah.
He has written books on engineering. I can't even pronounce
isn't
that.
It amazing that even when you say that and you put that in perspective, the truth of the matter is that all those careers and all those accolades can be brought down by the bottle. By the?
Yes. But you see, in my case,
they can be brought down by an addiction.
Yes.
Addiction has a way of levelizing the professor.
Yes.
And the school dropout.
The Changa Den. One of the Changa Dens I used to drink.
Yes.
A professor walks in, and I think I've shared this story before. A professor walks in, and he says, what you're sitting with this riffraff, using very big English, is from my neck of the wood.
Yeah.
And can we move? Then I asked him, go to the Mama Pima. Tell her you are a professor. If she gives you free changa, then I will leave these guys. Hapa, when you walked in, she's shaking a glass, which has come from a basin of dirty water, asking you want a ambao, a 10 bob, I'm a jig full. Money. Your professorship will not help.
Yes.
In rehab, when I landed in rehab, 2000, October 1, there was a retired banker, a Kenya Airways pilot, not this Nairobi Mombasa, Nairobi London, international guy, okay, and a lawyer. Then myself, then there was, I think, a Form 2 girl or whatever, Form 2 from there around there with a baby. And these guys said they cannot sit in the same place, same session. We now got school dropouts, school girls. And I remember the director, the director, no, I'm a pilot, I'm a banker,
yes.
I'm a lawyer.
How is it?
And I remember the director told them, Caleb Angira, told them, you can take your lawyerness, your bankerness, and with a deep low accent, and you are piloting. Iende ikusaidie. Hapa, you are all here for the same reason. That is why I say addiction, alcoholism is like Tusker. It makes us all equal. Yes.
Has no equal as
it has no equal in making us equal. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yes.
Oh, that is so interesting.
So the solutions,
yes,
all these knee-jerk things people are coming with, let's just take it back to first who is leading these burnings and why.
Yeah.
And I'm saying people are not ready for exams. Yeah. This was 1978.
Do you feel, David, that
part
of the problem is unsustained pressure? Because you see, even for us media,
yes,
spotlight is on issues when they are just big.
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And when it's normal,
Yes.
we don't talk about it. We're gonna wait for the holidays, which are coming up soon. The kids are about to go on holiday for 7 weeks.
And now they've had a holiday of how long?
Yeah, they're about to go for
Yes.
March 16th.
Yes.
March 19th, they're closing all the way to May 9th,
Yes.
somewhere there.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's just about 7 weeks or so. We're gonna be talking about these things. In the middle of 3 weeks, possibly a case of students somewhere in a house or something in a party or things like that. Just last night,
Yes.
as we speak, there was an accident on, I forget the road. It's not Mombasa Road. But there was an accident last night that
Yes.
involved 4 young people who are all addicts. Who had a head-on collision and came out drunk. 3 of them
Yes.
were out, and 1 of them did not seem to have made it.
Yes.
But it's past curfew hours, and they looked like they were in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a reaction right now on social media that the some booze talk, watu waache pombe, naona vile pombe inaharibu vijana, those kind of things, and then back to normal.
Yes.
So I'm asking, as media, what's our role in this game? Because is it that our pressure is not sustained? Is it that society gets bored quickly and moves on to issues? Is it that we are only talking about these things when they are hot on the press? Or would it be helpful if we were doing it like you're doing it on a daily, weekly basis and,
Yes.
sustaining pressure
Yes.
and spotlight?
You see, do we go to church or mosque or whatever once? For example, Christians, I'm a Christian. You are told, these are the 10 commandments. See, everything is there, how to lead your life with those 10 commandments. If you are Muslim, all these things are haram. Do we go to church just once and the pastor tells you, Bas, this is the way you should lead your life? Why do we go every Sunday or Saturday or Friday? Week after, sometimes even several times.
Even during the week.
Yes. Why are we taught continuously?
Yeah.
You are not just told 1 + 1 is 2 once. You are told again and again and again until it's reinforced, until you.
Yes. The market has said that when you're selling something,
Yes.
first we tell you what we are going to tell you.
Yes.
Then we tell you.
Yes.
Then we tell you what we have just told you.
Yes. Exactly.
And then it enters.
Now, yes. Now here,
Yeah.
what we go to schools, and I constantly tell them when I go to schools, coming to talk, you call me, I talk in school X today. The next time you call me, the kids I talk to in Form 1 have finished campus. What I call hit and run programs. They don't help. You need a continuous, structured program. Prevention first. Prevention first. Then what is your program? You can't just go telling guys drugs are bad. Wachana drugs. 10 commandments say 10 points of don't. And this is why it says
Give us the why.
Yeah.
Why not?
And the child will ask you why.
Yes.
Then who is the child's best role model? The parent, the adult. What are we doing? Pastors caught doing more headlines. You are seeing the by-elections. MPs beating each other up, behaving like
more headlines.
More headlines.
Yeah.
So kids are looking at this.
Actually, on today's paper,
Yes.
you have there's an MP
Yes.
trending on all papers
Yes.
because he's kicking a tear gas canister.
Yes. Yes. And we've seen this before.
Yeah.
MPs throwing rocks and other things, and governors, and so on.
Yeah, and the MP was
Yes.
undressed yesterday.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, and we seem to love that headline. And now because of social media, it's a very...
But the kids are looking at this. Now, you as then an adult or a leader, because as an adult, you're already a leader to kids. As long as you're an adult, you are a leader, whatever you are doing. Now you come and tell me, usifanye hiyo. And I'm looking at you and saying, but mbona wewe unafanya?
And then you say it's because I'm an adult.
Because I'm an adult. That is not an answer.
When you grow up.
No, that is not. A child will always ask you why. That is not an answer. And the solutions to these things, my friend, are so simple. And as you've just asked right now, these are just money minting. Newspapers will sell their
because you see that these stories were read.
Yeah.
And Even now, I've looked at them,
Other people will
and I
get
want to
their
read
salaries.
them because
Yes.
I mean, they're interesting. This I'm reading. Holiday parties bring joy, but can turn into a worst nightmare. It's what I'm looking at right
Yes.
here. Looks like there's this one, horror of schoolgirls
Yes.
pregnancy. This
Yes.
is 2012.
Yes.
You know, I'm thinking, okay, so what did we do since
And by
2012?
the way-
When you go back in time, by
Yes.
the way, you really
Yes.
get shocked.
Yes. And which is this county the other day? I'm sure you know it. 10,000
Yeah, they
primary school,
It's-
not high school.
it's-
Primary 10,000.
it's my county, but
That's why I'm saying I'm sure you know.
just say which is this county. Just leave it there.
10,000.
Yes.
Let's think about it.
Yeah.
Who are the fathers? Who are the fathers?
Some of them are adults.
Yeah. So it is time to go back to the drawing board. And there's no reinventing the wheel. We need to teach morality, not Ezekiel Mutua style. Ezekiel Mutua style, you should ban the Bible. If I wrote a story based on biblical, Ezekiel Mutua would ban it. It has adultery, it has murder, it has what? But then you say, no, ban that book. Why are you banning it? No, ban it. It's talking about bad things. But it's the Bible I'm reading. The Bible, the Quran, talks about humans.
Yeah.
It doesn't talk about dogs and snakes and what? It talks about humans.
There was an instance. in the Bible-
Gengeton talks about humans.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the Bible, there's an instance I read of this gentleman called Noah,
Yes,
who got drunk and lay naked in his tent.
yes,
And his sons,
yes,
one of them mocked him,
Yes.
but the other one covered him.
yes.
But I told myself this when I was reading that story, this could not have been his first time drunk. This was the time he was drunk the most.
Yes. And how many mentions of drunkenness are there in the Bible?
Plenty. Bible actually does not condemn alcohol. It condemns alcoholism.
Yes.
The drunkenness.
Yes, the drunkenness.
The,
Yes. Yes. And that is why it says leaders should not drink.
should not be guys who are given to the bottle. Yes.
Given to the bottle.
Yes.
Because when you are not in your senses,
Yes, you
you
can.
will make wrong decisions.
But you know, the church also shies away from this discussion
Again, if we look
because
at the
it's just
church,
like we say, it's just a don't issue, and we have to cover the why not.
but let's
Because if
go.
we erect fences, people will want to jump over them or go under them.
Can we bring church headlines next time? There'll actually be more. I think we need a bigger table.
Let's bring church.
So again, going back to the morality,
Yes.
the morality, where you teach young people first to respect themselves. You cannot respect somebody if you don't respect yourself. Just like you cannot love somebody if you don't love yourself. You see, there's no rocket science here. There's no survey needed here. And again, I go back to the girls from Moi Girls, who 2 weeks ago, whatever, had issues, presented them, did a procession, etc. And I'm still asking, why was the school closed? They presented their issues nicely. They didn't ban the school. Why didn't we just deal with the issues? Two, we must listen to young people, because even in our houses as parents, we listen to them. But have we reached the point where parents are saying, teachers, it's your job? Yes, the students are with teachers, the children are with teachers more than they are with the parents, okay? But again, teachers, how do you expect a teacher to do his job fully when on every other side you're frustrating him or her? He's too busy trying to survive. So basically, young people are on their own. And yet it's a very simple problem to solve. And everyone must work together on this. It's a very simple problem to solve. And again, look at certain schools. There are never any issues. Are those students from another country? Or they have a system in that school where these people can vent.
Yeah.
They have extracurricular activities.
Shouldn't maybe maybe that is the reason why you have people assuming that maybe that it cannot be my child until it is.
Until it is your child.
And the biggest problem is with parents. We are investing in education. We are investing in taking the child to school,
Yes.
in making sure they get all the things that are necessary
Yes.
for school, in
Yes.
making sure that they are okay at home,
Yes.
and giving them, social amenities and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
And we are forgetting to invest in good morals. Yet all these things we do
Yes.
can be rubbished with addiction
Yes.
and alcohol.
Yes.
Alcohol. That's why you have
Let's not even go to other drugs. Just alcohol alone.
just alcohol alone. You have parents who are so frustrated saying,
Yes.
"Nilisomesha mtoto,
Yes.
but my child is at home and he's 40."
I got to rehab at 39. I left rehab. My late mother, may she rest in peace, paying the rent. My father paying for my kids' high school, paying for my son's university in Maseno. Yet I'm the father.
And you are 39 years old.
Now I'm leaving. I left rehab 12 days before my 40th birthday. See, last month I've just celebrated 2 birthdays. The one of
Yes.
leaving rehab on 4th and my actual birthday on 16th.
Can you imagine?
So I am a poster child, and that's why I do this. I am a poster child. Parents investing, my education, good schools, not lacking, not knowing. Why did I end up the way I ended up? Yet the other siblings in the same environment, my two brothers in the same school, Lenana, same house, Tomboya, Block 4. One's an engineer who worked for NASA, not
NASA aeronautical
space. Space
agency.
Uko.
NASA.
The guy writes books. I can't even pronounce the title of the book.
Yeah.
The other one is an architect running his own company in the US for many years. My sister, the last born, is a doc in the US, a counselor.
Yeah.
Yet me, firstborn, I'm a drunk. So all that, going to India, 3-year course, 4 years, ending up on the streets. Coming back, I was sleeping on the streets. I have slept on the street on 2 continents. Parents desperate, trying everything till finally a witch doctor. Didn't work. And then and this is why I keep saying, define the problem. And President Uhuru Kenyatta defined the problem. Okay? Yeah. And that's when I've started with President Kenyatta, Jomo, and finishing with Uhuru. Alcoholism is a disease. Simple. Alcoholism is a treatable disease. But first, let us start with prevention. Continuous. This is why I said initially when I was doing these programs and writing articles, I have not brought any of my articles purposely, because about 60 or 70 or 80 of them are addressing exactly this school unrest issue. So I said, no, people will say because I'm that. No, let me bring other people who have written. You see? But purposely, I said, can you give us an exclusive interview? Can you write? No. This problem affects all your viewers, all your listeners, all your readers. So we do it across board. I'm not doing exclusives. Okay? And I asked, why do we have the same people here, the Anmadus, Boniface Dirangus, Devogods, the same few guys go in public? Because the stigma. So we must destigmatize.
Because many people are they're very, very silent, but it's happening in their homes.
Yes.
Yet it's something we say over and over again here, that there is a good chance that somebody is watching us right now who is either an addict, has an addict relative, is affected by an addict somewhere. It's no longer a story that is so far-fetched.
In fact, everybody, and I dare your viewers to challenge and call him or post on CAS TV, 59 minutes, and say, me and my family, there's no addict. And straight away, give me that contact, we go to Vienna, WHO. This will be a case study, fast. I've asked that question in workshops all over ETC, 21 years now. No, either you are addicted or you are affected. Every family, in one way or another, in Kenya. And that's a challenge. Mtu apige simu.
Yes,
Yet, total silence.
yes, why not take it more seriously?
Stigma. We said it in the last program. We said it in the last program. So we need to just, you see, we've normalized single mothers. We've normalized rape. Because I have asked in other shows, how do we call ourselves men, yet we lift another publication saying in Kenya, X number of women are raped every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Na tunatembea tu.
It's funny you say that. This is...
And I think, yes.
This is 19...
yes.
19 what? 1980.
Yes, and yes.
It says rape in Kenya, some new facts, figures,
Yes.
and analysis of a crime that's on the increase. This is
1980.
1980.
And I think we had even an earlier one somewhere here.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you see? But we've not, so we're just normalizing.
1980 is 40 years ago.
Yeah, 40. Yes.
41 actually
Yes.
this year.
So how many of even your studio staff, our cameramen and so on, were born? How many were born even when I was going to
the guys
rehab?
behind there were not born.
How many were born even when I was going to rehab? So,
Chances are even the guys at security were not born.
you see? So
Yes.
we go along normalizing, and that's why I'm saying I'm a poster child. Eh?
Yeah.
People, for what addiction is, what the problems are, and what the solution is.
Yeah.
So
So
all
David,
that stuff my parents tried.
we are out of time.
Yes.
In the next 2 or 3 minutes, speak to the people listening, watching us right
Yes.
now. What would you tell them? Where do we start? We have defined the problem so well.
Yes.
But sasa, twende wapi?
We were
Speak to them.
again. President Uhuru, who used to buy me pombe. Of course, that time you were not the president. I've asked you several times. I'm asking you again, if you are listening, and I'm hoping you are listening. Declare alcoholism, drug abuse a national disaster. Then you have defined the problem correctly. And I'll use alcohol as an Alcoholism is a treatable disease. I am quoting you, Mr. President, Your Excellency. Therefore, have now people who can set up programs going with your definition. That is for the president. He is one person in the Republic of Kenya. For the rest of you, and I've said it before, those are your children. Those are your spouses. Those are your relatives. They're not the presidents. At the end of the day, when they die because of a treatable condition, a disease, after you have suffered spending money, then one day somebody will tell you, hey, you didn't watch 59 minutes when you were being told it's a treatable disease. This guy would be alive today, she would be alive today, and would have gone on to be a productive human being. That person is your person. Get help. It is there. Meanwhile, for schools, etc., the same way you deny in families, you are also denying in your schools. We have to take care of the kids, the ones who are burning schools, as well as the ones who are okay. Let's get these ones who have a drug problem or other emotional problems, because at this age, half your life, you have emotional problems. Adolescent. Get schools where these kids can go, and let's include in the curriculum how to teach our children to have good moral, simply to respect themselves, so that they can respect others, including their teachers, including their schools, so that they have different ways of airing their issues. Basically, the ball's in your court, and if your person dies, then it was you who killed them.
Balls in their court. But here, of course, we continue to talk
Every Friday.
Give the platform, yes.
Every Friday.
Make conversation about
Related
alcoholism.
issues.
Yes, on alcoholism and drug, related issues. Talk about it because we see that it's a problem, even if others may not see it in the same manner right now. So it doesn't get boring here. We keep talking about it until we see change.
It has to be continuous.
It has to be continuous, yes.
And talking about that, drug abuse is not drug abuse blinkered. It is connected with everything a human being does.
It is.
So we are talking about policing. We talked about the teachers. I think we should have a program on the police. Remember, we were to do one last year. I think Corona.
We will. It'll be
with
something
us.
different every Friday if you have somebody who is suffering from drug abuse or you are affected yourself. Friday, we talk matters to do with drug abuse and addiction for as long as we can. All right, that's 59 minutes for today. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, as usual.
Always a pleasure. And I always keep learning something new, man. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Stay tuned for Leah coming up with Losu and keep it cast the whole weekend. See you Monday.